Hello friends, welcome to Salesforce CIMatics video session 10. So in today's video, we will actually learn about filter node, the filter node in the data layer. So until previous session, we learned about, what are the different ways we can apply filter over sync. But this video will be completely on filter node on the data layer. Okay. So you all can see my screen. Just one thing before I start, in the previous session, I didn't apply any filter on the product node, but later on I actually got to apply one and it worked. So this is something I just wanted to share you very quickly before I jump to the filter node, which is this one. So this is my Salesforce external developer org, right? And here I have applied one SQL query where I've written where product code like GC underscore. So you all know that in SQL query, when you apply your conditions like this, basically it means, it will take those products which contains GC as the first word, right? And after that, we can have any letters, that doesn't matter. So when I click on export, I am able to see 9 records. And what I did, I applied the same thing over here. So that's already done. So I'm not showing you live over here, but just telling you what are the things I've done. So here, when I if you see the filter, this is exactly what I applied. Okay. Product code like in single quotes GC percentage sign. Okay. Not underscore. I'm sorry. Percentage sign, right? So when I applied over there and after that, I just ran the requisite data flow and you can see over here. So when I open this data set, okay, I'm able to see 9 records. Okay. That's how I have applied that. So this is something, a new thing you have learned probably. And as you can see, mostly whatever conditions we apply on SOQL, the same thing we can apply on the data sync filter. The syntax and all remains the same. Okay. So this is a new one because till now we were applying, equal to one, but yeah, this is something new. You can make a note of it for product object. Okay. But yeah, for now, let's do one thing. Let's jump back to our normal filters. So till now you have learned sync filter. Today we will check about the normal filter condition which we can apply on our data layer. So I will try to show you for both data flow and recipe. Okay. So here we already had this account object, right? So let me apply the filter over here itself. So I will just bring in one filter condition and I will just write filter account. So this I'm working on my internal account object. Okay. So in my internal account object, I didn't apply any sync filter. So as you have seen over here, in this connect, if I go, I didn't apply any filter on my internal account. Of course, on external I did apply, but not in internal. And currently I'm working on my internal account object. Okay. That is the account object which is coming from my Salesforce Einstein Analytics org. Okay. Anyways, let's jump back over here. So here, what I'm going to do, this is one more way to connect. Okay. You can connect in this manner as well. Okay. And let's say I brought it over here. And once more, you can connect in this way. Okay. That way also it works. Right. Anyways, now over here, I have this filter account and what I'm going to do is, so as you can see here, there are two kinds of filters. Fine. So firstly, before this, let me put the SQL filter so that it becomes easier for me to compare. Fine. So here, let me very quickly write select ID, comma name, comma industry from account, right? Okay, I see quite many records. So let's say I take this example of education. Okay. So let me write here where industry equal to education, quite a long gap. Fine. And as you can see here, I see total of 40 records. Okay. For industry education. So now what I'm going to do here, there are two kinds of filter. One is use SQL, enabling use SQL. Another one is without enabling use SQL. So with use SQL, they've also given one example, industry double equal to close one. And if you see without SQL, we have to write in this manner, stage name underscore EQ underscore close one. Okay, so let's go for use SQL part. So I will just write over here industry double equal to, okay, let me check once more what was the syntax. Okay, so it's the field name double equal to, and the value has to be in double quotes. Okay, so be very careful on the syntax part, because if you make mistake, then definitely it won't run for you. Okay, so let me write over here industry equal to education. Fine. And just let me click on save. Fine. And what I'm going to do, I am going to try one more filter without SQL. So let me write a filter account. Okay, with filter, or let me just write filter with SQL. Okay, save. Fine. And let me write here account dataset, which is fine. And let me bring one more filter where I will take the source node again as account. And this time I will just write filter without SQL. Okay, account. Fine. And here I will not apply the SQL. So this is the format I need to follow. So I will write here industry underscore EQ underscore education. Okay. And you will definitely see both will actually, and let me quickly put one register node. So here, let me write account data set filter to something like that. Okay. The source node will be without SQL. Okay. Let me write over here filter to. Fine. And let me click on create. Okay. Now, as you can see here, I have just done the same thing. Basically, I have taken one filter with SQL where I've written industry equal to education. Okay. And I have written one more format, the same format, but I'm just doing it for the purpose of showing you how the different syntax work without enabling SQL. Okay. And now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to update this, and I will just run the data flow. Okay. Go to data monitor, and yeah, let's kind of monitor this session. Okay. As you can see here, this had failed. So let's quickly see. It's talking about the alias name. So one mistake what I did is in this, I should have written the underscore. Okay. So if you don't put underscore, which I explained you previously, because these are the API name of the data set and it has to be an underscore. Okay. So yeah, not an issue. Let's quickly now run once again. And again, let's monitor this. Okay. It's in running stage. Just fine. So basically right now this ran successfully. Okay. The previous time it failed because of that, which I showed you, which is not an issue. So now let me just quickly go to my shared app. Okay. Let me go to shared app. And here, if I open the first one, that is account dataset, and also if I open account dataset filter 2, and as you can see, we have 40 records, right? So that's what we are going to get. So as you can see here, I'm getting 40 records, right? And I'm getting 40 records over here also. So in both cases, I'm getting the same number of records, but it's just that the syntax for both of them are different. Okay. So now let's also quickly check the recipe part. So let me open this free session one, which we had built on recipe, and on recipe, it becomes relatively easier. Okay. Because it's mostly like a point and click way. You don't have to write anything. Okay. So here, if I just click on filter node, right? And always give some proper name, filter on, let's say I give it is industry. Okay. Giving appropriate naming of nodes is also something which falls under best practice, and this is something you should keep in mind. I am seeing as no result found, which is strange. I think it's previewing. Okay, so let it load first. I think then I will get to see some options. Okay, currently it's loaded. Fine. So sometimes you have to wait a bit to get it loaded. And here, let me write for energy. Okay, so it's just a simple point and click. And now let me click on apply. Okay, so I've written filter of industry, and as you have seen, I have not written anything. It's just a point and click method. And that's why, this is something very good about recipe part. So now I will just click on save and run. And I will just open this recipe account dataset once it runs successfully. So again, I have to go to monitor screen and just monitor this part. So right now, this recipe ran successfully, as you can see. So now again, let's very quickly go to our recipe dataset because that's where we are saving it, right? And I think I have to open this one, recipe account dataset. Okay, currently it's showing 77 recipe account dataset, which shouldn't be the case. So let's see in case we are making any mistake. Filter on industry. This is the one, right? Recipe account dataset, and I think I opened the correct one. It should have shown 40. Let me refresh this once. Okay, let's analyze what is the issue. Okay, actually, I analyzed the issue. I have by mistake put industry equal to energy. So that's the thing. We can put industry equal to education. By mistake, I had put energy. It shouldn't be energy. It should be education. Okay, so let me click on done. And now let me very quickly click on apply as well as save and run. And now let us quickly monitor this in our monitor section. Okay, so here again, let's monitor. Okay, guys, as you can see, the recipe ran successfully. And now let me just refresh this. And yeah, as you can see, there are 40 records of it. That was not even a mistake. I mean, I could have also written here energy, but that's fine. So as you have seen here, today we learned about how we can apply one new sync filter like product code like one. Okay. And we have learned in sync filter, the syntax is pretty much same to what we apply on SQL. And other than that, of course, we learned about the data flow filter. One is with SQL, where this is how the syntax work, where you put the field name double equal to, you put the values in double quotes, and then you have without SQL where you put the field name double is to, I mean is to, that is, two dots, EQ is to education, and there's no concept of quotations over here. And as we have seen, like for both the cases, and then of course we have also learned for the recipe where it's just a point and click kind of a thing, right? You put get the filter node and you just give some proper naming convention and you put that field. And as you have seen here, we are getting 40, as well as, if I go to very quickly my shared app because I closed all those. So yeah, for account data set also we are getting 40, as well as for this one also we are getting 40. Okay, so that's it about this video. And if you have liked it, then definitely please like, share and subscribe. And yeah, let's very quickly meet in our next session where I will also apply the data layer filter on some other Salesforce Sales Cloud object. Okay, yeah, thank you all. Bye.